Which case you want to talk about tonight? You want to talk about the Koberger case? You want to talk about the Delphi case? Because I had a chance while I was laid up in the hospital to watch a little bit of the Delphi case. Richard Allen keeps saying that he's innocent, which I kind of believe Richard Allen might be innocent because he keeps going back to the cult of Odin. But yeah, I had a chance to watch a couple of the different court cases up there when I was in the hospital. Even though they told me I need to give it a break for a while and rest and relax. My mind just goes 90 miles a minute about all these cases, and I can't get these cases out of my head.
Hey, you're popping in. Why don't you stay for a little while? I see you guys popping in. Just like Little John says. Hey, how you doing tonight? Just like Little John says. How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, I got me new condenser mic and stream deck that my wife bought me while I was in the hospital. Just kind of playing around with this voice changer.
I think this is my favorite voice, though. This one and this one.
This one makes me sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight? Playing around with my new stream deck. So you guys having a good night so far? I see you watching. Why don't you come into the chat? Let's give you a round of applause. You doing okay tonight? Really not supposed to be on here, but I got bored. So, which case do you guys want to talk about tonight? The Idaho 4 case, the Delphi case. Yeah, the Delphi case. even being in the hospital, I wasn't supposed to keep track of any type of cases, but I did anyway. I was supposed to be recuperating from my heart attack. Yeah, I just got bored while I was in the hospital. But I honestly believe that Richard Allen might be innocent because the person that the girl took a photo of doesn't look like Richard Allen at all. It looks like somebody else. Yeah, and Richard Allen keeps saying that he's innocent. Well, maybe he is, and we just don't know it yet. I mean, after all, they did kind of take away his defense team, and then he had to go to the Supreme Court to get his defense team back. Which, why would you want to take away somebody's defense team if you know they're getting ready to go to court? I don't understand that. Just because you don't like their defense team, you take their defense team away.
What kind of fucked up shit is that?
I mean, seriously, guys. What kind of messed up shit that you want to take the dude's defense team from him and then not give it back until his attorneys go to the Supreme Court? And God, what kind of fucked up judicial system we living in? Seriously. I mean, do we have a two-tier level of justice? I mean, honestly, do we? A lot of people say, when a lot of people say we do have a two-tier level of justice. I mean, look what goes on in this world. But shit gets crazy out there. It really does. The shit gets fucking crazy. I mean, I'm 50 and I never thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I mean, seriously. I thought I was bulletproof. Well, guess what? I'm not. Yeah, can we hear from Little John again? But yeah, and I got told to, you know, kind of lay off on the Idaho court case by my wife. But yeah, it sucked in the hospital. I mean, what sucked even more was the hospital food. Ugh. Yeah, that hospital food sucked, guys. It really did. Like, everything was fucking bland. And yeah, they put me on heart healthy diet, but my wife knows me. I'm not going to stay on the heart healthy diet. I don't know why. I just don't like. I just don't like the shit. I never was one who pays attention to doctors. Yeah, that's one of my subscribers. She said, "Hey, you." Hey, Holly, if you're watching or listening, I'm live. got a hello. Hey, where'd you all go? Let me see. Hello. I see you watching and popping in and popping out. Hello, how you guys doing tonight? I see you popping in and popping out.
Will this get you to stay? Ha 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 ha.
Oh yay, Holly became a member. Every time you become a member, you get a big round of applause. And
Oh, this is the deadest the live has been tonight. Like 16 minutes in and nobody fucking watching. That's 17 minutes in. Hey guys.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight? And I'm bored. Normally my labs are bustling. I just got people popping in and popping right back out. Hey guys, how you doing tonight? What do you guys want to talk about? I see that you're watching me. You want to talk about the Delphi case, the Lori Valadebo case, which is coming up in Arizona, and of course we got the Koberger case, which got possibly pushed out till spring or summer of next year. next year. So much for justice for the victims. The parents and the families was wanting the court case done and settled with this year. I'm not too sure about that, Adam. I haven't really had a chance to look at that case yet. I just got out of the hospital earlier today. I mean, there's a possibility he's innocent, but we don't really know. Thank you, Adam. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But the only one that will probably know if he's innocent or not.
Is the devil.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, everything with Scott Peterson is number one with a bullet. But no, I've been looking at that whole well, I did a video earlier today about with the chaos sector. And there was two Hyundai Elantras moving that night, well, in the area that night of the murders. One was Brian Koberger's, and the other was Clyde's. Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, that the whole thing with the convenience store clerk catching that Hyundai Elantra, on her phone. Yeah, that was pretty much a fake photo or a debunked photo now, because at first the cops said, yeah, we want to know who's driving this Hyundai Elantra, and they showed the picture and everything. But if you notice on Koberger's car, his windows weren't tinted. The car on that 3:45 in the morning picture was tinted. And the only person who had tinted windows on their Elantra
Was Demetrius's younger brother.
I've been looking at the Delphi case too, Adam. And what is up with that judge in the Delphi case taking away Richard Allen's attorneys because, quote unquote, the judge didn't like the attorneys, and then he had to go to the Supreme Court just to get his attorneys back. I mean, what the fuck is up with that? Yeah, there are Odinist cult members running around Delphi, but I had a chance to look at that picture that uh the girl, one of the victims, took of the guy walking. The person in that picture looks nothing like Richard Allen. Yeah, even when they enhanced the picture, Adam, the person in that photo that the one of the female victims took, the last photo of her camera, her the last photo her uh, phone's camera took doesn't look like Richard Allen at all. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, it doesn't look like Richard Allen. So I don't know what's going on in Delphi. I mean, I heard that there was Odinist there, but and then you got the whole Brian Koberger thing, and his. I'm not sure if they were murdered by the cult, Adam. I know they're blaming Richard Allen, but I'm not sure if they were murdered by the cult of Odin. But with the Koberger case, we're gonna have to possibly wait another entire year for Brian Koberger to even go to trial, because I don't know if you watched that when I live streamed the court hearing on the 26th of last month. Yeah, Ann Taylor basically said that she's not going to be anywhere near ready for a summer 2024 case, trial. And she's thinking more summer 2025. And she said if she can push it, or maybe spring 2025. But yeah, because she gave all these excuses that she still hasn't gone through all the 51 terabytes of data that they gave her. She hasn't had a chance to talk to all the witnesses. She's only had a chance to talk to like 10% of the witnesses, because some of the witnesses are like slamming the door in her face. And she said she's got to get like 400 character witnesses for Brian. Um, and because she said right now she's not even at the mitigating factor. And she stood right there and basically said that the probable cause affidavit, that she said that she sees massive holes in it. Ann Taylor said she sees massive holes in the probable cause affidavit, because she said the PC or PCA, she said, was very convoluted. Oh, Steve Gonzalez and his wife and his son and his other daughter, and the Mogans, the Kernodles, the Chapins, they were all sitting in uh, that court hearing last Friday. And when they heard Ann Taylor say not till next year, they were livid. Yeah, Steve Christie and Xana's dad were livid. They don't want to wait for another year. They want to get, according to Steve, they want to get this shit over with. And Steve and his wife actually um, came out with some new evidence about Kaylee and Maddie, and how they were found the morning of the murder. And it's not the way that we have heard. is not the way that the coroner has told us about about how they were found, how they were all were stabbed in their sleep and stuff. Pretty much Bethany isn't coming back to Idaho, and I'm not sure about Dylan. But according to Kaylee's mom, when Maddie and Kaylee was found, they weren't laying on the bed. Kaylee was sitting on the floor in the corner, slumped over, and Maddie, she was sitting on the bed, in the corner of the bed, slumped over. So, and Ethan was found halfway in and halfway out of Xana's bedroom on the floor with his throat cut, and Xana was laying was laying on the floor at the foot of her bed. No, they weren't placed there. Um, they according to Steve, each and every one of them put up a fight against their attacker. And I found out exactly how big those rooms are that the kids were in. They were tiny. Like, they would barely fit a queen bed. The rooms would barely fit a queen bed. And when you would close the door, and the door would like hit up against the bed, would like brush against the bed when you closed the door. And all the rooms were like that. Maddie's, Xana's, Dylan's, Bethany's, and Kaylee's old room. They were all like that. Yeah, I do honestly believe that there was a tunnel connecting to the house. I mean, if Drip Drop says it so, and he does a lot of research, then I believe Drip Drop. Yeah, was he just like Ann Taylor said that she feels the PCA is full of holes, and I can't wait for the trial, which it'll start next year. Ann Taylor is gonna rip Dylan to shreds on that witness stand. And even Ann Taylor said you know in her little speech that she still is trying to wrap her head around how the prosecution is pointing their finger at Koberger. And according to her, going off of a flimsy, uh, hole riddled PCA. I don't know. I mean, I hope so, but I don't know. They're pretty they're keeping a lid pretty well tight on that stuff. They really are. The the DoorDash driver that night. It's already been confirmed who the DoorDash driver was that night, and you're gonna freak out who it is, Adam. The Jack in the Box, or the Jack in the Crack. stopped taking orders at 2 in the morning because they closed at 4. There was somebody that night spotted in Jack in the Box or ordering food to go. And you're not going to believe who it was, Adam. The person that ordered the Jack in the Box and delivered it was Emma Bailey. That Jack in the Box order to Xana was to set up the timeline. Emma Bailey, Adam. You know Emma and Demetrius? Yes. Emma and Demetrius was in Pullman that night. Demetrius was driving around Pullman in a little white Hyundai Elantra. Yes, Adam, the drug girl. Yeah. Demetrius was driving around Pullman in a little white Hyundai Elantra right in front of cameras. They were trying to get the Elantra tracked on cameras. Hey, Holly. I don't know why they're not arrested yet. And Holly, welcome to the
True Crime Cult family. The newest member, Holly Berry. Yep, you finally found me, Holly.
Yeah, they went to jail for the drugs, but the charges were dropped really quickly the next day. You're welcome, Holly. Yeah, they used that white Hyundai Elantra that Dr. was driving around in, which was his younger brother's, to basically get the Elantra caught on camera, because where they were at was like 1,200 feet from Koberger's apartment that night when he was driving around.
I know you're worried for BCK, Holly. You know what I'm afraid of, if the lethal injection doesn't kill him, then the firing squad will.
That's what I'm not wanting to happen to him. I don't want poor BCK standing up in front of the firing squad. No, they didn't kill him. Well, if they did kill him, but Emma was a part of the timeline setup. She's the one that delivered the Jack in the Box to the house that night to set the 4 a.m. timeline up. Ann Taylor is actually a really good attorney. That's why she's trying to get the shit moved out of Moscow, and she doesn't want to do the trial until next year. But I know the prosecutor. The prosecutor didn't like the fact that the assistant defense attorney basically said, "You're killing a man." But Holly, yeah, you missed it. I was just talking to Adam about it. She may be part of the U of I, but the way she spoke at his court case last Friday, she really wants to be the most effective counsel to him, and she actually stood up and said that she doesn't believe anything that's said in the PCA. Well, the Range Rover wasn't a brand new one, Adam. It was a 2016. But yeah, Holly, she actually stood up and said that she doesn't believe anything in the PCA. She said the PCA is full of holes, and she's kind of infuriated that they would even uh, that they would so quickly point the finger at Kohlberger when when they didn't even know what was going on. Yeah, that's what I have to say about the PCA, Holly. I laugh at it. Well, the judge didn't sign off on the PCA. The PCA was is a probable cause affidavit, yes, but the PCA the PCA was a concoction of Brett Payne and Dylan Mortensen. Basically, Brett Payne was taking dictation for what Dylan Mortensen supposedly saw that night, and Dylan Mortensen's timeline that the night of the murders can't be pinned down. Like she had no timeline that night of the murders. Bethany did. Ethan and Xana and Kaylee and Maddie did. But Dylan's whereabouts the night of the murder are unknown. Yes, the judge does have to sign off on an arrest warrant. And I'd like to know why this prosecutor is sealing everything up. Like as soon as he signs it, and the judge grants it, it's sealed. Oh, I know, Holly. I know. Yeah, I know this isn't Scream with Courtney Cox. The only reason why I watched Scream was because of Nev Campbell. Nev Campbell and Drew Barrymore. Well, that's a good question, Adam. How can one man do this? I don't know if the knife she was placed there by someone. Yeah, I know those movies are fun, Holly. Yeah, she's not doing much anymore. Nev Campbell's not. I think she kind of retired from Hollywood. Yeah, I have to start drinking zero fucking pop now. Zero sugar. Oh, I know. And just like I was telling Adam, there's more details that come out by Christy and Steve Gonzalez. You know what they came out with totally blows everything out of the fucking water. What yeah, Brett Payne said he found the victims. How the coroner said that yeah they were all asleep and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's not an incel. I would like to know what Steve knows. It's like he's looking down on everyone. Just Steve is like, my little hobbitses. He tries to come off like an angel, but he's a devil. My precious.
Yeah, there's yeah. According to Steve and Christy, uh, Kaylee was found sitting on the floor in the corner of the room, slumped over. Maddie was sitting on the bed, sitting in the back corner of the bed, slumped over. Ethan was found with his throat slit, halfway in and halfway out of Xana's room. Xana was found laying at the foot of her bed, and Christy said that the rooms were so small that you could barely close the door to the bedroom. Yeah, yeah. Christy said the bedrooms were like really fucking small, where when you like it wouldn't even hardly fit a queen size bed, and you would close the door to the bedroom, and it would like graze against the foot of the bed. Well, I don't think they were placed there. I know. Christy said that Kaylee was cornered in the bedroom. She was these kids were basically trapped in the bedroom, and according to Christy, all four kids, you know, put up a fierce fight. Hey, gangster cat with the $5. Come on, let's give it up to Gangster Cat for the $5 super chat. Well, I know what you're saying, Holly. Yeah, Holly, this entire case is so fucked up. It's not even funny. That music was for you, Gangster Cat. Yeah, I know. And I can't wait, guys. I cannot wait for Ann Taylor to rip Dylan to shreds on the witness stand. Lots of love back to you, Gangster Cat. I know, Holly, I know. But the day the freaking Dylan Mortensen takes that witness stand, guys, she is going to have a lot of fucking explaining to do. I mean, because she is supposedly the eyewitness in the PCA. Bethany, not so much. Yeah, yeah. I think Adam, since she's like the main eyewitness that, yeah, that said that she saw the killer in the house that night. So yeah, she's more than likely she's going to have to testify. But Bethany, not so much. Yeah, Bethany, not so much, because she really didn't see anything that night. Dylan did. Well, that's according to what Dot said. Dot said she saw Dylan, Emma, Demetrius, and some other dude out on the back deck smoking weed. That's according to Dot. And there's a lot of people who
really don't believe what Dot says is factual. I know. It irritates the fuck out of me that these people waited 8 hours to call the cops, but yet they called the sororities and those innocent victims were laying in their own blood for 8 hours. Who's Dot? Dot is this woman who claimed that she saw Dylan smoking a joint with Emma, Demetrius, and another dude while she was at a party next door. But there's been some people who came out to debunk her. Yes, Holly, you got Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks tonight.
So you think Dot's telling the truth, or you think she's making it all up, Ollie? Yeah, I know. I love my wife very much. She was very worried about me. She practically beat my ass on the way home from the hospital today. It was the morning of the murders, yeah. Yeah, it was the morning of the murders that so she spotted Dylan smoking weed with Emma Demetrius and another tall, pale-looking dude, which I think was Jack D. You're playing Bill here?
Yeah, you'll probably say that. Hey, Holly, did your husband buy him a sweater or a sweatshirt, or did he just buy one for you? Yeah, I know, Holly. I know.
Let's hope this case gets over with. Did your husband like the merch store? Well, Adam, go check out my merch store. It's not as expensive as the last store, is it, Holly? Now, I'm glad I switched from Springer to Bonfire.
Bonfire had more of a selection of graphics I could do for my shirts, unlike Springer. Yeah, a few of those the campaigns I'm running expire in like 20 days, and then after that, everything will be custom printed. Oh wow, I didn't know that, Adam. You know, Holly, I got some Joker shirts on there. Oh wow, yeah, there's some kind of weird stuff going on there, Adam. I don't know. And I'd like to know why the FBI went in to talk to the people at Jack in the Crack about Emma Bailey being because the crew at Jack in the Crack told the FBI that Emma Bailey was the DoorDash driver that night. Oh, I bet, Holly. I bet. I got told I can only smoke light cigarettes now, and I got told I can only drink uh, Pepsi Zero. Yeah, I know it's super sus.
This case will be sus till it goes to trial. Lori Vallow Daybell, Chad Daybell, Brian Koberger. Everything is sus out there. Yeah, I know, Adam. Lori Vallow Daybell, Chad Daybell, Brian Koberger.
And apparently they're moving Lori Vallow to Arizona because she has another case down there in Arizona. She killed some poor woman down there in Arizona. I know you're gonna flip, Holly. I just have a question. Which is the more humane way to be executed? Lethal injection or firing squad? Yeah, because with lethal injection, you just go to sleep. With the firing squad, you're standing there and well, this happens. But yeah, I do feel that lethal injection is a more humane way to die. Because all you do is you just go to sleep. You don't feel no pain, unlike with the electric chair and hanging and the firing squad. All those you feel pain. Yeah, Adam. Yeah, you don't feel pain with lethal injection. You just lay there, close your eyes, and you go to sleep. after they pump three different drugs into you. One is to relax you, one is to slow your breathing, and the other one stops your heart. So basically, you just like lay there and you just go to sleep. Yeah, I would say that was painful for him since that was the first time it was ever done. I mean, that was the first time, Holly, it was ever done. When I heard about it, all I said was, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's all brutal, Holly. For everyone watching at home and everyone in the chat, welcome to True Crime Cult. Once you hear, you can never leave. Enter at your own risk. Ha 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 ha. Yeah,
I know, Adam. The person that murdered Polly Klaas back in 1993, he is still sitting on death row in California. Just like that one serial killer, Charles Ng. He was sentenced to death 12 times. And he is still sitting on death row in California. The only person who's not sitting on death row anymore that died back in 2013, the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. He died of he died of I think it was either cancer or kidney failure back in 2013. Oh, I know, Holly. I know. Oh, and it came across my Google News feed about a month ago. The Unabomber Ted Kaczynski died in a prison hospital in Georgia. I wish someone would have put freaking the Unabomber to death a long time ago, but no, he got 6 consecutive life sentences. Yeah, I know, Adam. I know. Oh, I thoroughly agree with you, Holly. I thoroughly agree with you. Yeah, It's like we have a two-tier level of justice. Yeah, I know. Too many innocent people in prison. Bye, Biden, bye. What do you mean, bye, Biden, bye? Hell yeah, I know, Adam, I know. Sorry, Holly, I just looked up and saw it. Now, see, here's what I don't get. Getting on, you know, getting on Biden. We're like bombing, uh, bombing Iraq and Syria right now, right? We've got B-1Bs, B-1 bombers flying from here, flying over to Syria and Iraq, bombing them. But here's the thing: Biden gave forewarning to Iran about the bombings because he kind of telegraphed it last week with his little presser that we were going to retaliate against Iran's proxies. So what did Iran do? Iran had their proxies uh, empty out all the buildings that they knew that we were going to bomb. And one of the generals with the Pentagon said, and I quote, he said it tonight. All we're doing is putting on a $10 million light show because the buildings that they hit were evacuated a week ago. So we're bombing basically, we're bombing empty buildings over in Iraq and Syria because Biden let it slip that we were going to be bombing Iraq and Syria today. So, yeah, our illustrious president
Is a fucking moron.
um I don't know. I didn't vote for the guy. I didn't vote for Biden. I mean, I didn't vote for Trump either. I went for the lesser of two evils. I went for this independent named uh, Joe Jorgensen. Yeah, I actually agree with Trump on that one because basically we bailed out in the middle of the night and didn't tell anybody, and we would bail out of Bagram in the middle of the night and didn't tell anybody we were going. And just like a few commanders said, what we should have done was, uh, if we were leaving, we should have kept Bagram because it was the most secure airstrip. And instead we freaking did that fucking airport, which was less secure, which caused that fucking suicide bombing that took out those 13 young servicemen. I mean, one of them was not even 20 years old, and Riley McCollum. I'm actually friends with his dad on Facebook. Yeah, I talk to Riley McCollum's dad like once a week, and he is so livid at President Biden because the day they did the dignified transfer of the bodies from from Afghanistan to Biden, Biden was standing there like every 5 minutes, looking at his watch. Like every time one of the bodies of our fallen servicemen went by, he would look at his watch. Like every time he would look at his watch. I'm not sure about the Afghans because the Taliban actually is in control of Afghanistan, and the Taliban's are technically terrorists. Why can't you hear what, Holly? Is that better, Holly? Yeah, they're not Israelite. The Taliban's roots. Hey, Adam's got me googling something, guys. Yeah, they're not Israelite. Talk about the Pashtun movement. Yeah, Adam, they're not Israelite. What they are is they're Pakistani Palestinians. Basically, Palestinians aren't really a real race. They're a hodgepodge of Arabs and Turks. The Afghan royal families. Uh, there's no Israelite in the Afghans. They're Turks and Arabs. No, they're not from the tribe of Benjamin. They're basically a mixture of Turks and Arabs. Because if they were truly from the tribe of Benjamin, Adam, they wouldn't be blowing shit up. Because a true Israelite, Adam, is not aggressive. I mean, they're aggressive, but here's the thing: uh, with Arabs like the Taliban, the Taliban, they practice what's called Sharia law. They're Muslim. The Taliban are Muslim. They're not Hebrew or anything like that. They're Muslim. And the Taliban is actually provides a safe haven for for Al Qaeda. Now here's what I'd like everyone in the chat to think about. We've had over 10 million immigrants come into the United States vis-a-vis the southern border. We've had 1.5 million known gotaways. 1.5 million. How many of those known gotaways are terrorists? Holly, can you hear me now? Gee, that's kind of weird, Holly. You're welcome. Oh, you're talking about those. You're talking about those looters going, the looting across the country of the smash and grab freaking things. You talking about the smash and grab heists, Adam? You balancing out, Holly? Personally, Adam, I think they just need to stop with the freaking no bail. They need fucking bail. Well, who did the bunny ears? This whole freaking this bail reform bullshit going on. Oh, I know. Oakland is scary right now. Yeah, Gangster Kid. I'm surprised Strange Suspicion's not in here. She was in my live earlier today. No, I haven't had a chance to watch that one. Hey, Gangster Cat, we're missing a few of our members. They've been kind of MIA for like the last week or so. I mean, I saw Glowy today, and I saw Cajun chick. She, they both was on my live earlier today, but I haven't seen Theta Naira, and I haven't seen Lulu. I don't know what to think of Dylan and Bethany. Honestly, I don't give a fuck if Dylan and Bethany's seen my channel. I really don't. Yeah, if they've watched it, then they've seen me calling them. Then they've seen me calling them.
Sus. Because that's what they are. They're both are sus. Yeah, Dylan, I know. You don't hear anything about Bethany in the PCA except for they downloaded the data off of her phone. You got caught by a commercial, Holly? Yeah, I know, Gangsta Cat. Why are they fucking hiding? Well, hey, Holly, gotta pay my bills. I said I don't trust Dylan as far as I can fucking throw her. Someone told me earlier I need to go back and do a Chaos Sector video as a voiceover using this voice. But no, Holly, I said earlier I could give a fuck less if Dylan and Bethany's watching my channel. Because I'd tell them straight to their face, you both are sus. Yeah, exactly why wasn't Dylan charged for the 8-hour delay?
And you have Ann Taylor, who stood up and basically called the PCA a pile of shit, saying it was a convoluted mess with a bunch of holes. And what pissed me off is Ashley Banfield.
While I was laying in the hospital, I watched this Law and Crime episode, and Ashley Banfield was like, oh, these poor victims are being victim shamed and victim blamed. And they can't heal. You know, if they try to live their life normally, they get scrutinized and raked over the coals by what Ashley Banfield calls
Online trolls. The only online troll there is? Ashley Banfield. I cannot stand Ashley Fairfield calling the true crime community online trolls. Every time I even read that PFA, you know what I do? You know what I do? I laugh at it. Gangster Cat, she's one of the hosts of the Law and Crime. Every time I watch that damn show, I'm like, yeah, I saw that. I have a new name for Nancy Grace as well.
Nancy Disgrace. Nancy Disgrace feeding the corporate media. Yeah, every time I watch Nancy Grace, she's always salivating over Brian Koberger possibly being put to death. She's always calling Brian some not nice fucking names. Every time I see Nancy Grace on TV, this is what I do. I didn't see that one, Gangster Cat. Yes, Adam, he murdered them. He just got sentenced to 2 more life sentences for financial crimes. Hey, Holly, you know what Nancy Grace would like? Somebody peering in the window at her. But that would backfire because the poor guy would
get turned to stone.
A buddy of mine asked me that last week if I thought that Inside Looking was possibly Brent Kopaka, because Brent Kopaka's Facebook page, or his profile picture, was the close up of his eyeball, and you could see the reflection of the King rode home in his eyeball. Hey guys, I'm gonna head to bed. It's 3:48 in the morning here, and I'm getting tired, and I need to rest. This might be my only live for the next 3 or 4 days because I'm trying to please my wife. Yes, Adam, the SWAT team killed him. Like always, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Make sure on the way out you smash that like button and click that bell notification for some new uploads.
And always remember, guys, keep it witchy. You are now exiting the true crime cult. Please come back and stay a while. Ha 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 ha. Love you too, Gangster Cat. Guys, when I come back in a week, I'm going to members only lives. That's for you, Holly, and you, Gangster Cat.
Peace out from Alvin of the Chipmunks. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow. Follow the yellow brick road.
No, fuck that, dwarf.